This is something that you wrote during the school year?
Yeah, it was for English, and my Miss K said that we had to write like a story, and it had to be like 4 pages long. So I wrote this by myself.
Okay.
Okay.
And how did this idea come to mind?
Well, I've always been interested in concentration camps and all that stuff, and we didn't have research to do, so I kind of just did off memory, and I wanted to do about a war. So World War II is what I knew best.
Okay.
Okay. The soldiers yelled. There was smoke everywhere. Dirt, dust, and blood flew into the air. The cry of screams rang in my ears. I heard chains of handcuffs rattling. I was pulled by my hair, slammed to the ground. My heart felt like it would fall right out of my chest. There was a vile smell of body odor, sweat, and dust. Here I was thrown into a cage like a cur. I had arrived at my first concentration camp. Before I continued, I had to use certain words in English, so that was like, see if I could.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you sure you want the blue one, Lucy? Yes, Mama, the pink one is way too girly. Fine then, the blue one it is. Here's 10 for that, and you can keep the change. The bell on the door rang. Thanks, Mama. Thanks, Mama. Of course, Lucy. Girls across the street played. Could I go play with Mary and Jenny, Mama? Sure. Make sure you keep your star on. Lucy walking, silence. Honey, I'm home. Hello, darling. How are the shops? Did Lucy have fun? Yes, I think she quite enjoyed her dress. You got her another dress? You know that we have to be more shrewd with our money. I know, but why not spoil a little girl, huh? Remember, God said to give. And when you give, you receive. Silence again, but shorter this time. Fine, I guess you're right. Good, and thank you for agreeing with me. Now I was cut off by knocking at the door. My husband's footsteps towards the door. And the door opening. Yes? My husband's voice. I grew slightly fretful when he opened the door. It was 4 or 5 German guards. What do you need, officer? Mr. and Mrs. Swan, where is your daughter? She's out playing. Why? Go retrieve her now. I was worried. I walked with quick footsteps. Silence. Awful silence. Nobody knew what was going on, and all I could focus on was getting my daughter. Lucy, come on. Please, it's time to go. But Mom! Lucy, please hurry. By the look in her face, I'm guessing she could see the worry in my eyes. Lucy's footsteps. Our footsteps together. Mama, why are there soldiers at everybody's house? What? I looked up. At every house that had a Jewish flag, our friends, neighbors' homes, there was a duel or more of German soldiers. I hadn't noticed. What was happening? Here she is. You were slow. He turned to my husband. Come now, all of you. What? Where? You dogs don't need to care. I'm sorry, officer, but we won't be going, my husband said, with his broad shoulders almost blocking the entire doorway. He grabbed my hand, our fingers interlaced, as I grabbed Lucy's. You will. Suddenly the soldier grabbed Lucy's hair. Other soldiers grabbed me and my husband's arms. Now we were back to the beginning. Next, slow footsteps. Food plopped on plates. Next, after a while, the noises were drowned out. It was like a mumble of ringing that I somehow understood. After eating just enough food to barely keep us alive, we went out and worked more than our bodies could bear. We slept in beds that were either too dry to move or too sewed in to be comfortable. The only thing that kept me alive was the love for my daughter and the hate for the founder of this fine establishment, Hitler, the devil himself. They treated us contemptuously. None of them had any mercy. They treated us like this was fair. Sometimes at night or in the day, you would hear cries that were always something like this. Curse you, Hitler! Or why, this is unduly! Or have mercy, take your pick. We were beaten and hated. All I did was pray. Prayed while I worked and while I ate. I prayed that God would take me, and one day he finally did. Wake up, dogs, bright dawn light. Get dressed, it's shower time. Or get undressed, it's shower time. Rustle of clothes. Large group of footsteps. Metal door opening. Get your clothes off, all of them. Clothes being taken off. Questions being asked all around the room. The door slammed. The door slammed. Accusations of fault flew all around the room. Suddenly there was silence. The thing that had been with me through all of this. Everyone looked up as green gas poured out from the ceilings. Everyone fell to the ground. The silence. It had never been so great.
Very cool.
Ta-da!